All right, we have got a Ryobi EX26. This is actually put back together after taken completely apart for about 6 years, 7 years. It will not start no matter what I do. So I'm going to go through the steps that I use to troubleshoot this and to see what you guys think. So I'll start with the easy stuff. Let's see here. Got the old spark tester. I know it gets spark. But I will do it just to show you. Alright, let's see if I can get this close enough where you can actually see it. It'll zoom. It'll zoom. That is super out of focus, isn't it? Awesome. I don't know if you can see it, but it's definitely sparking. So let's just assume there's spark. I guess I could try to start it for you so you guys can kind of see what it's doing there. Alright, on choke, full choke. Nothing. It's primed. Had to put new fuel lines, new fuel filter. I got fluid going through here. I know that's working. There's a little bit of wetness here. I think that's just left over from the other day trying to hit it with some starter fluid. If I put it on half, on the choke, full. I mean, it doesn't seem like it has a lot of compression. So I'm like, okay, well maybe it's a compression issue. It's got spark, it's got fuel as far as I can tell. So let's try compression. Spark plug is getting wet. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can see that okay. Boy, that focus is not coming in. Nothing? Still no? Come on, focus. Alright, well it doesn't want to focus, but that spark plug is wet. It's not real dirty. It is definitely wet. So there's fluid in there. It's getting fluid. Set that down for now. This is an Innova compression tester. We'll put that in. Alright, it's on there pretty good. We're going to clear it. And let's see if I can do this. We'll try to start it full. I'm just going to set it down for a second. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. But I'll show you after I pull on it a couple times. So 5 times. And I'm hitting, what is that, about 130? 120, 130, yeah, 130 PSI on that. So I feel like compression's good. So it's not compression, not spark, unless it's just not getting enough spark. Now I did hit the igniter. The igniter seems to be like 3.4 ohms, 3,400 ohms or something like that. But it's hitting about what it should be. It's still a little, yeah, that's definitely wet in there. I'll try to dry that out. So far I have not gotten this thing to start at all. Oh yeah, look at that. That's probably not good. So maybe I'm flooding it. May have been in there since yesterday too. Clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dirty in there. I know when I had it apart, I did check the inside the crankcase, and that was actually really clean. Thought, well, maybe at some point tried to run it with just straight gas or something, and that would have killed the compression though. So I can clean some of this gunk out from inside here. Did check the gap on the spark plug. It's set correctly. I think it's a 0.3 is what it was. And I did try on the outside here, and I did see spark there too, so I know that these, at least I'm assuming the spark plug works. Not sure how dry I need to let that get, but what am I doing? Gotta put it in first. Okay, plug back in, cap back on, choke down. Still nothing. Nothing. Still nothing. So my thoughts are, okay, maybe it is flooded. Maybe I'll pull that spark plug back out and let it kind of sit for a while, but I don't think that that's it because it won't do anything. Definitely getting fluid into the carb. I did clean the carb twice. 2 times I cleaned it. May have a small leak here along the gas because I can't tell if that's just dirty from overspray or if that's actually leaking somewhere. That could be part of it. But I would guess that would affect the compression, but maybe not. Looks like old stuff. It doesn't look new. It's pretty dirty. So then, what else do we got? So we've got the adjustment screws. I can try messing with those again. See if I can get those. You can see them. Right there on the carb. I actually went in and I took a Dremel across the middle of that and created a slot that I could put a screwdriver in. It's one of those Pac-Man types normally, and yeah, I didn't have one of those. So, play with that for a second, see if we can get anywhere with that. Okay, we're going to try this yet again. Working on a Ryobi EX26. I had this model and I had this is the, I think, RY2800. I also had another model that was very, very similar to this. I want to say it was like a 2600Y. I don't remember what the actual name of it was. I've actually already tossed that piece. These are probably about 6 or 7 years old. I didn't get to use them very long before they failed on me, and I didn't know much about small engines at the time. And I decided I was going to take them apart. I completely took them apart, took every screw out of everywhere, and just kind of set them in the back corner of my garage because I couldn't get them to work. Well, now I know a little bit more, and I remember that I had them back there, and I thought, you know what? An extra pole saw would be nice. I would like to have that. So I decided I'll start working on these. So I kind of Frankenstein some of the better parts from the other one to this one, etc. I don't actually know which parts went to which at this point, but this one is the EX26 block, which I think they have the exact same block, the two that I had. I replaced the bulb, new fuel lines, new fuel filter, took the best parts from the carbs. I've actually cleaned this carb in particular twice, thinking, okay, I had a carb issue. That wasn't it. I went and got a compression tester, tested compression, still a no-go. I was hitting about 130 on compression, so I had compression. I checked spark, spark was good. I got a spark tester, I took it over there, but the spark tester was showing that I was getting spark. That was good. I tested the ignition coil with resistance. I was getting within spec on that. I had fuel. I could tell there was definitely fuel. The spark plug was wet. So I really couldn't figure it out. I thought, well, maybe, you know, these little wires right here like to come undone. Thought maybe I put these wires on backwards if it mattered. I don't really think it matters. So I flip-flopped those a bunch of times. Tried everything I could. Everything seems like it should be good. It should start. Couldn't figure it out. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it's flooded. Maybe it's something where it's not able to exhaust. So I took it apart again, as you can see. You can't hear that, but you can definitely see that's wet. And this exhaust is soaked. So my theory is trying to get this started. Something is flooding this. Now I did try putting some stuff in there to clean it out. I think I may have left it open far enough for it to get into the exhaust. It's probably my fault. I'm not going to deny I didn't do something I just learned from. But this is probably trash now. Maybe it'll dry out and I'll be able to use it again. But luckily for me, if it's not super hot, because I had two of these, I've got an extra exhaust. So I took this one, went ahead and just hit it with a torch and just burn the crap out of it, hoping that that would get any extra carbon that might still be on here. Stuff loose inside there. I don't know if these are just bad mufflers. Maybe this is my original issue. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try installing this one on here and see if I can get it to start. If my other video worked and you get to see it, you'll see that I've tried every aspect of this thing trying to start. I've adjusted the high and low screws, which I cut and were able to get a screwdriver on, etc. So I'm going to try putting this thing back together again, which is a pain because of this pull string housing inside of here, getting that to line up.